So, hello there, YouTube. I'm, my name's Alex Rabre, and honestly, I have a lot of respect for the whole YouTube vlog community because this is really hard. But I'm kind of lonely where I am right now. I just moved to a new province. I'm from Canada, so we have provinces, not states or counties or sections of countries or whatever you want to talk about. But I just moved thousands of miles away from my immediate family and friends to go to school. Now, I'm not totally away from everyone I know because I am staying with my grandmother who lives here, and I have a friend who also moved here to go to school as well. So, but she lives on the other side of town, and she's also going to be in a totally different program than I am. So, how often I'm actually going to see her is who knows. So, but I I figured I would stave off my loneliness by reaching out to a community of people who I've really got a lot of respect for, people who are able to put their heart out there on the line pretty much every time they open up their computer and turn on their webcam. And I've really found that difficult. Just talking to people in real life, talking on the phone, all these kinds of areas. I'm not very good at communicating. So I've decided I'm going to force myself to communicate. And who better to communicate to than a faceless mass of people who 99% of people aren't going to look at it anyway, and those who do are probably going to comment on thing, call me a fag or call me a loser or whatever. But, you know. So, what can I tell you guys about myself? I'm going to school for classical double bass, which has, over the course of the past 3 years of my life, really taken over my life. I started off as an electric bass player who was going to school just to get all of the theory and music history kind of interests me, that kind of thing. But it's kind of taken on a life of its own. I barely touch my electric bass anymore. It was pretty obvious in my rock band for the last year or so that I was practicing that I wasn't really into it anymore, and I think it kind of got on the nerves of the other two people I was playing with, but they didn't really say anything. But thanks to them for that, I suppose. But I've been playing double bass for 3 years, and now I'm at a level where I can be at university, so I'm pretty proud of myself and how far I've gotten. But yeah, music is really the biggest part of my life. So if you guys know anything about me, I guess that's probably the best thing to know. Um, uh, Pretty quiet normally, so I don't. It's like 4 minutes long at this point, and this is the longest I've really talked to anyone about anything, least of all myself. So, yeah. Hopefully, I can. This won't just be a failed experiment, and I'll post this online. And I've got another video up of me playing guitar where I screw up a whole bunch of times, but I don't really play guitar that often, so I'm not overly heartbroken about it. It was a set of lyrics my friend sent me, and I really, really enjoyed them, so I changed the gender of the significant other in the lyrics and went at it. I'm trying to do a lot more of throwing myself out there and getting out of my shell that I've really I've really put myself in, because I always feel kind of like an outsider, and I don't know, maybe that's why everyone on YouTube is on YouTube, because we don't feel like other people get it and get who we are. But maybe I should talk about other people for other people. I'll just talk for myself. So I don't feel like other people really get me. It's nice where I have my camera right now. You can't see me making all of these gestures that really make absolutely no sense. So I'll just kind of keep my hands down here. But I just, even when I'm with a group of people, I tend to feel very alone. So maybe this will be a pleasant change, and maybe this will just hopefully not be a failed experiment, and maybe I'll post up a video or two of me playing my bass. My bass is named George, actually, which is not originally my choice. It was the previous owner's, and it just kind of stuck. But he looks kind of like a George, I suppose. He's over there. That's what I keep on glancing at. So, yeah, and that's, I don't know if you can see it, but that's me up there. That was my grad recital poster from, well, like with the program I was in before I came here was a 3-year college program that was essentially university prep. So I went from not knowing how to hold a bow and wondering where the frets were to being able to play, a pretty decent concerto. So, but this is getting really long, so I'll stop umming and ahhing, and I'll say have a pleasant day, and hopefully I get to talk to you guys again. Okay.